Hey, good afternoon, guys. This is Gabe Roberts from Back to Nature Lifestyle Medicine. Lately, we've had our office flooded with calls and emails regarding digestive disorders and digestive problems. There's a lot of people out there today that are suffering quite a bit with these inflammatory bowel diseases that are actually on the rise and have been for the last 50 years. In my autoimmune lecture, I pointed out that these have actually increased 400% in the last 50 years, and there's many reasons for that. What I want to do now is cover the most common reasons why people have those. And I want to point out a distinct difference in you having an event occur and now you have maybe an inflammatory problem with your gut, okay? That's one thing. And the separate thing is the diagnostic story that gets generated behind it, depending on the practitioner that you see. And what I mean by that is something happens, some kind of event occurs, or you come in contact with something, or you have a surgical procedure or something happens to cause that condition. You don't just get inflammatory gut because you're unlucky or because it's in your genetics. That's the biggest lie there's ever been told. It's not your genes, it's something you've come in contact with, or maybe a thought process you have. Okay, so there's a huge difference between the event that occurs and the diagnostic story that goes along with it. Okay, usually the diagnostic story sounds something like, I have Crohn's, I have ulcerative colitis, I have diverticulitis, I have colitis, I have irritable bowel syndrome, all these different garbage bag terms, and oftentimes a person thinks it's incurable. They think it's a completely unknown cause of why they have it is completely unknown despite all our medical advances today. And they'll have to be on medication the rest of their life to manage their symptoms. And if that doesn't work and the steroids aren't helping, then they'll have simply part of their bowel removed, okay? A section of their digestive tract fully removed, hoping that solves the problem. Well, that doesn't really make sense, okay? You don't want to have your body removed. You don't want to have parts of your body removed because you'll never be the same. I don't care what anyone tells you, you're going to have to work harder. Even if it's a knee replacement or a gallbladder removal or part of your bowel that's removed, you're never the same. And don't let anyone tell you that, well, you don't need this. Your gallbladder doesn't serve any purpose. That's like taking a sprocket out of a watch. Can you make a watch work better by removing a sprocket? Absolutely not. You need all the parts to make it work appropriately. The same with our body. Now, the most common causes we see in our office of these inflammatory conditions is a gallbladder problem or a gallbladder removal, okay? A lot of times people have that removed and it only compounds the problem because now they have a constant flow of bile into their gut. And this is going to cause them to eat continuously to drown out what one person once called a rotten gut feeling. So on average, when a person has their gallbladder removed, they're going to gain 30 to 40 pounds. That's typical, okay? Gallbladder's number one. The second one is an E. coli outgrowth or food poisoning. Right now they're telling you in the news, E. coli is all over your lettuce. That means there is poop all over your food and people eat that and they get sick. It's simple. It's that simple, okay? So that's number two. The third one is if they've had too much antibiotic use and they've wiped out the helpful bacteria that's responsible for keeping your immune system strong and drowning out any potential pathogenic infection you come across, your bacteria in your gut are supposed to drown that out. Now, when you take antibiotics regularly, you're going to wipe them out, and again, you'll have an opportunistic infection take over that area, whether it's yeast or candida or fungus, things like that. These are all sources of irritable bowel, okay? The last one I'll discuss is parasites. It's the same kind of thing. If you have contact with animals, if you have pets, poorly washed produce, going outside and being exposed to places such as the lake, things like that, you can come across these very easily. And these, again, completely escape traditional medicine, so it's not even on their diagnostic radar. So hopefully this helps. Again, gallbladder, E. coli, food poisoning, opportunistic yeast overgrowth from antibiotic use, and parasites are the absolute most common causes of these garbage bag terms of inflamed gut, okay? Inflammatory bowel problems, all right? Hope this helps. Until next time, have a great day.